How do Germans think about social equality? There's a survey made in 28 countries about social questions and how people in the society see certain topics. I compared Germany with some other countries and I pick out 4 questions of the survey. The complete survey you can see in the link in the description. And the first question is individualism more important than social equality? Only 38% of Germans agree with this question, compared to 66% of people in the USA, 72% of people in India, 37% in China. The average is 52%. The second question is, does the free market bring out the best in people? 49% of Germans agree compared to 70% in the USA, 86% in India, also 86% in China, and the worldwide average is 66%. The third question is, should individual talent and performance should show in the salary? 47% of Germans agree, compared to 75% of Americans and 77% of Indians, and 81% of Chinese agree this, compared to the world average of 69%. The fourth question is, should there be a rich tax? 81% of Germans agree to this, compared to 67% of Americans, 85% of Indians, and 86% of Chinese. The worldwide average is 78%. First of all, you see a little difference between countries that are emerging markets, booming countries, where they're very new to the capitalist system or the neoliberal capitalist system, and there's a lot of boom going on. So the perspective in this country is a little bit different than countries that has downfall on the wages, outsourcing workforces or work labor, and other international struggles with globalization. Coming to Germany, Germany is a society that puts a lot of effort into social equality. You have to stick with the rules, the spoken and unspoken ones, and when you don't do so, you get strange looks or cast as an outsider. Often you also face a moral judgment. You're not based on your arguments and your opinions why you think this or that. No, you stick out and this makes you different. In the best case, you get ignored. In the worst case, when you're not doing anything different, but also critical to the way that it's going on, you get a stigma. On the other hand, there's also political correctness. So some negative stuff get ignored, for those reasons. There's also strong talk about the strong economical power of Germany. But what economical power does Germany bring on the table? It's the car industry and it's the machine industry, and it's the export they make by holding down other nations and don't rise the salaries inside Germany. All future technologies dropped out. The startup scene struggle. Innovative, fresh new ideas get strange looks. And Germany like to be a conformative society. Everything new, everything different, get a skeptical look. And then you have to ask about your business plan and your risk management and point out all possible negativities that can happen, instead of listening and say, wow, that's a great idea, you should try it, give it a try. I mean, risk management and think about negativities is a good thing, that you're not too naive. Still, you should not hold down the human spirit of improvement. Failure in general is not accepted in Germany. We are a society that don't like failure. The failure is not seen as a process of learning and improving. No, failure is seen as weakness. You didn't anything to prevent the failure and you did dare to take a risk. Of course, the quite opposite, when you have an idea, when you just do it, when you don't care about what other negative players say to you, so first will look down at you, and when you have success, and then you think, oh, I earned this success, I took the risk, I took the idea, I stand it out there, then they want you to pay a rich tax and pay back to those that are left behind in the society, but in reality never dare to get up their asses and do and improve the life situation. Personally, I prefer a society with fair conditions at the beginning, not equality at the outcome. We are different. We have different ambitions, we have different interests, we have different talents. If you are workaholic, if you're creative, if you put all your effort, if you put your risk and your money into one certain business idea, for example, and then you are successful, you should get the benefit out of this success. And then people should say, well, this guy or this girl or whatever took a risk, they made it, that's a great idea. And this should be an inspiration for other people. But instead to say, well, first we put you down when you're taking a risk. Look at this crazy guy. He don't work for a big safe company with a decent education and has a good average job. No, he makes something different. And then you do it and then say, well, now you are one of the rich. You have to pay for the poor and the left behind. But those people that just put on their hand and say, oh, the society is so unfair, or this is, the government is bad, the rich people are bad, this is bad, everything is bad. But it's never themselves that are lazy or didn't dare. Yeah. Also, Germany is a really jealous society. You can have a decent lifestyle, that's not an issue when you have a decent job. But when you make it too much and you show off with a Ferrari or a big fancy car, the people will be jealous and you will feel it. They're not happy and say, oh, cool car, cool house, you made it, bro. You worked hard for it, you achieved it and you deserve it. No, so say, this guy is a wannabe show-off. Even if they never would be there when you had in the bad time by taking the risk. The Germans want that the government keeps everything in check and equal and fair and stuff like that. But I'm very skeptical about a government or a society that had 2 dictatorships in the last 100 years and 2 currency breakdowns where people lost everything of their value. And now the people trust this government again and again, instead of trusting the government so much to take care of everything, instead of trusting their own abilities, their own judgment, and this is a very bad thing for me. I prefer individualism to a certain degree over the collectivism of social equality. When there is too much wealth and too much power in the hand of a few people, this is bad. But having top people, having elite people at the education level, in the business level, this is actually good for the society and we should support those people. Of course, the poor shouldn't be left behind. They should have the opportunity, but if they take the opportunity, it's up to them. And that's the freedom of choice that people should have. But those that don't take those freedom shouldn't be a burden to the others. We should fight poverty. Nobody is for poverty and so far. But also we shouldn't take away everything from those few people that first of all take the risk, or in general in Germany now becomes more to the average workers, not only the business owner. When you work in a decent job, you already become in the high taxes situation. Like me, I don't consider myself rich or wealthy. I'm not running any business. I pay a very high tax. And I say, well, I'm just some random normal guy. How many of us normal guys are there and pay a very high tax to support more? Because of all the inequality in society. And then you look at certain people that get held down by a welfare system instead of making reforms to a system that people can make a living on their own, either by business idea or by getting jobs. What do you think about this individualism versus social equality topic? It's a general issue all over the world. And as I said, I prefer individualism over an extreme social equality. There has to be balanced. Extremes are never good. And what are your opinion about this topic? Thanks for watching. Till the next time, and cheers!